What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Ethereum today, ETH USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 22nd day of October, and here we are with about 9 hours on the dot left in this day here. $3,850 is the price. We've come down, but you can see here we're finding higher lows and a kind of nice trajectory as well. Finding higher lows here. Looking like, even though we've come down, looking like we are set to recover. I think Bitcoin itself is set to recover as well. I mean, we look at this last hour here, and it seems as though, yeah, we had a very bullish finish to this hour. Like, we were just down. This hour just began. Let's look at this whole. Let me look at this on the 1 minute time frame. Look at this, right? The last like 14 minutes of this hour, we actually came back. We were at the low points. Understand? We were at the low points of what this last hour had to provide for us. And that 14 minutes at the end there, we came back up. That definitely trapped some short positions. Absolutely it did. Right now on a 30-day period, $18 billion in shorts for Bitcoin. Almost $9 billion in shorts for Ethereum. Crazy over the past 30 days. Not even close as far as longs to shorts go, right? The shorts are dominant by far. And on the past day, even with that recent move, we do have a lot of shorts over the past 24 hours as well. $3.3 billion in shorts, you guys. That's a lot. Let's put it in perspective to Bitcoin. $4 billion in shorts, right? Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're number one and number two, but Ethereum's market cap is completely like on a different level, way lower than Bitcoin's is. And you have a very similar amount of shorts over the past 24 hours. What'd you do over the past hour? Did you do the same? Yeah, you came back up as well. I'm assuming right now there are a lot of bears who are hating their lives. Who are like, wait, why? You weren't supposed to close like that. Why did this happen in the last 15 minutes of the hour? You're supposed to go down. You looked bearish, like you were going to go lower. But nope, we had a little double bottom there, a little psyop, and we're probably going to move up higher by the end of the day. I don't want to talk about the short-term stuff too much. I do want to talk about the long-term stuff, and then we can finish up the video talking about the short-term stuff. But I just want to look at the monthly time frame here, just to slap some reality into the face of the bears here, right? Ethereum, this is its all-time history, right? Since dating back to 2015 in August. Massive rally in its first cycle, right? We saw an absolutely explosive move. Second rally was still incredible, right? This rally, this bull market has not been as incredible. And I do think that we are seeing some slowing down in Ethereum's progress. I do think that this cycle will be obviously the least amount of growth that we've seen for Ethereum to have. But I still do believe we're going to see new all-time highs. I mean, you look at this for what it is. We've got a flat top here. We've got ascending lows coming into this top. It's a very bullishly structured phase of consolidation, one of which we have not broken yet, one of which we are right about to break. We're right on the brink of doing this. So I would think, looking at Ethereum's past here from the 2018 high to the 2020 low in COVID, right? High to low here, you did skim your golden ratio. You got just above the 1414 and you just missed the golden ratio here. So that's something to note, right? From a high to a low here, the golden ratio is all the way up at 14K. Now, last cycle, we had a bunch of things that I think held crypto back. Ethereum definitely had a great time, but I think it was held back a little bit. I think we were supposed to hit the golden ratio. In this cycle, I believe that we will see a $14,000 price. I do believe that that's going to happen. I'm even under the impression that we could see a $22,000 to a $27,000 price, but that would be seeing a little bit of a deeper extension than we've seen in Ethereum's history. However, this is a bit more of a shallow retracement than what we saw back here. We're kind of coiled up more. We've been consolidating longer. I think that we stand to see some significant growth. And even if we do get to the 1886-200 area, that 22 to 27K area, even if we get there, from a low to a high, we take that. That's a 54x last cycle. From a low to a high here, that's a 24. It's still about half what we saw in Ethereum's prior cycle as far as growth goes. So we will still get those diminishing returns where the highs are slowly rolling over, right? We're still going to get that. This is what I would expect Ethereum to achieve at the highest, right? I'm not saying that we're going to see a $22,000 to $27,000 Ethereum. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if we got there. 14K at a minimum is what I think we're going to see. We're going to see a $14,000 Ethereum at a minimum. That's my expectation, okay? I do want to see something else real quick, just a thought that I had. Let's see, high to low here. That went all the way up through your 3618. What about this one? What did this one do? High to low here, all the way up to your 2886 area. Oh, right there, respecting it well, actually. Wow. And then I would wonder then if we overlaid that high to low here, just in the same kind of essence, right? These little points before we really started to rally right there, right? I mean, you were already rallying beforehand here, but still these little fibs versus the overall fib. I'm wondering if we get anything that lines up with these areas that we're talking about here. I mean, every time that we've seen these little fibs go on, we've gone to the 2618 or higher. So that lining up right in the middle of what I expect to be the maximum target area for Ethereum this cycle. That's nice to see. 23.6K. Something above 20K, guys. I really do think it could happen. If not, something around 14 to 16K, something like that could happen as well by the end of the cycle. We look at these indicators here, the monthly indicators. The RSI is immaculate, okay? While we have had the most stagnant, let's say, kind of bull market, we do have some positive structure here, right? Living predominantly above the 50, not even getting below the 40 at all on the RSI, holding that up, holding true to that. That's nice to see. Stochastics are overbought, or at least hanging out in this zone, and the MACD is building. Oh, did you see it? It was green, it was a dark green, and now it's a light green. So we're right on the cusp of decaying in bullish momentum or building bullish momentum. I think over the next 9 days and 9 hours, Ethereum will close higher, so we probably will see it solid green again. We probably will get a solid green building of bullish momentum here. And with that, the MACD, the oscillators actually bounced off the zero. I think that we're just getting this move started, you guys. We haven't, again, just looking at it here, we haven't really even broken out, have we, of this overall zone that we've been in. Haven't even broken out of it yet. We're about to. We're about to see some spectacular growth in a very short amount of time, but I do expect this move overall to probably be shorter than what we experienced last cycle. Looking at the short-term stuff now, looking at the 1 hour time frame, zooming way the hell in there. Massive turnaround at the end there. It's exactly what you needed to see, honestly. RSI is looking productive, right? You're getting overbought, you're not getting oversold, which is actually something to be excited about. The stochastics look bullish here, and the MACD did just cross, come on, did just cross green over the last hour there. So we might be finding higher lows here with the oscillator, lower lows there in the price. Flipping green here could suggest that we are at a low point, that we're moving higher. We zoom out on the 4 hour time frame, and we take this, let's take this low here to a high there. We see that we found support at the golden ratio zone right there. Literally, it couldn't have been more perfect, right? Right there at the golden ratio, perfect. We take this low here, put it at this high, not the fake out high, but the actual high. Boom, we found support yet again right there at the golden ratio zone. Closing right at this and actually having a very nice reaction so far. I would love it if in the next 52 minutes we could close here or higher, and I think that we are. I think we're going to progress higher. That 1 hour time frame looks like it's ready to go higher. 4 hour RSI is also in an uptrend, right? We have higher lows here. We have higher highs here, so it looks like we're probably going to get set to go into the overbought zone. If we're continuing at this trajectory, I would assume that, at a fast pace, we will be in the overbought zone as early as tomorrow, Thursday, maybe the later parts of tomorrow. At a slower pace, maybe it's Sunday or Monday that we're getting up into this overbought zone. And the overbought zone is when the magic really comes alive. Again, analyze here with your eyes. You see how we're not in the overbought zone here, but we are in an uptrend, right? From this low, we are moving up, right? So we've been moving up. That's nice. Okay. Same thing here. We weren't in the overbought zone over here, but we were in an uptrend. We had higher lows, we had higher highs, right? We were in an uptrend, okay? But we weren't in the overbought zone yet. Notice how here, from this point on, we're overbought. Watch the difference in the price action, okay? So here you're moving up. Look at how much, I mean, you're all part of one move here, right? But the move really kicks off. It really takes shape, and it's at a faster pace. Most of it comes in after you're overbought, right? So you've got more to go is all I'm trying to say, right? The exciting stuff, you broke out of your low range here once you got overbought, right? So the same kind of thought here might be that once we get overbought here, which could be as early as tomorrow, Thursday, late in the day, or probably more appropriately sometime after the weekend, we'd be overbought. What zone might we be breaking out of? Because when we got overbought, we broke out of this zone. What zone might we be breaking out of on Monday? I'm thinking that Monday, Tuesday comes along, maybe even Sunday. Let's see here. Let me draw this more appropriately. We're probably going to be moving up more or less at this pace, and then when Sunday comes along, we'll be breaking out. We should be next week as early as the 26th, if not the 27th or the 28th, somewhere, one of those 3 days, we should be seeing Ethereum back above $4,300. That's what I'm getting at here. I would fully anticipate that. I wouldn't be surprised if we moved up, maybe between now and Friday or even Saturday, we get up to this area and then we consolidate a little bit over the weekend. Then Sunday, Monday comes along, and then we break out. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's the path that we took. Ethereum's been very volatile, up, down, let's go up again, consolidate, be boring over the weekend, and then we'll rally. Then we'll continue to rally. That's the expectation that I have right now. Stochastics are at a bottoming point. RSI overall again at a bottoming point here in this trend. The MACD is kind of weird, but also having a trend as well, right? You've got higher lows in your oscillators here. You kind of broke this trend, I guess, but it's not as important on the MACD. I don't know. You've been sloppy, you've been volatile. I don't think the MACD matters as much. It looks bearish right now, to be fair, but the other two indicators suggest that we're probably going to move up here pretty soon. Daily indicator, MACD has not bullish divergence, but bullish convergence. I like this consolidation phase here down at the bottom. The RSI getting some bullish divergence as well. Or I guess no. Yes, you do have bullish divergence, and you're continuing to hold here. We want to get above the 50. We want to get above the 50. I would like it actually if today closed green, because if today closes green, we'll actually be bouncing right off the 40, and that'd be a nice signal to get us above the 50. The goal here is to not get tied up at the overbought zone, okay? We want to push higher and get out into the overbought zone. And if and when we do get overbought with Ethereum, we should be seeing not just a break above 4,300, but a break potentially to new all-time highs taking place, right? The last time that we got overbought in the daily time frame was here, and we just look at the massive move that took place afterwards, right? We were in this long-term consolidation phase. We had a lower low, we recovered, and then we were slowly but surely getting overbought. Once we got overbought, then we broke out, right? Does that sound familiar, right? Long consolidation phase, we finally saw a lower low. Slowly but surely work your way up there, and then once you get overbought, probably sometime in November, that'll be when we're breaking out. So I would assume that new all-time highs are reserved for November. Prices above $4,300 are reserved for either Sunday or sometime next week, the 26th, 27th, 28th, right? Those days, and then we should be producing higher prices as the days and the weeks go on. Going into the month of November, we're looking to expand. Okay, we're looking to break free from this zone, this very bullish consolidation phase that we've had, really including your bear market and everything. This is a very bullish phase of consolidation overall, very proper structure here. Anybody who's saying that they have a problem with Ethereum structure here is delusional. They're lying to themselves, man. Higher lows with a flat top is a good thing. I don't care how you're looking at it. I don't care what you make of it. Higher lows with a flat top, which is exactly what we have. That's a positive thing. And when we break out next month to new all-time highs, we should be rapidly approaching $8,000 to $10,000. And I very much believe that that's where we will be. We'll probably be at 8K by the end of November, 10K by the end of December, if not, somewhere in that range by the end of the year. I've got nothing else. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves, all right? Ethereum should be moving up over the coming hours, and by the end of the day, that's the expectation here, though we are moving down right now. A little bit down. We got 47 minutes left in this hour. Let's just see how it goes, but I think that we will be moving up. Again, the shorts are massively over leveraged, I would say, at this point in time, right? The short-term positions are immense. They're very immense, and I think there's going to be a reckoning for that. If we do come down a little bit, cool, that's fine. Go to 37.50. We're at 38.30. Go down $100. Do it. Go slightly below these lows. I doubt you go below this low, but do it. Go slightly below these lows and then come back up. I want you to be aware, if we do take out these lows, that's not a problem for Ethereum, okay? That'll just trap more short sellers, okay? And then we'll probably recover from there. But I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves, all right? Bye.